Hi guys. I know I haven't made a video in a really long time. Um this is hold on a second while I say something that makes no sense to you. Stop listening. Okay. Um I am talking to my computer to make it stop making a noise. Um I have not made a video in a long time because of health reasons. I think, yeah, I talked about it in my last one. Um, being blown off by um, physicians because you have a psychiatric disorder. And the problem I was having can take a long time to um, let you know how it's going. And so I told myself that I was going to reschedule an appointment with my regular doctor after a month of proving myself right, after a month of saying, see, uh, if you hadn't completely blown me off, this could have been the result years ago. Um, I'm on week 3, the end of week 3. So, in one more week, I will have figured out on my own what the problem was, how to effectively treat it, and live a much more quality of life. It's been so long. Who knows how long this has been affecting me? My mom says I am like a new person. Even more of my anxiety has gone away. Part of that is because I don't have the weight of that problem on me anymore. Trying to figure out how I'm going to see a dog training client and get to the bathroom. Um, is this medication going to make me do something? And anyway, yeah, by just using diet in these special like yoga positions, little 20-minute session, keep the things moving along. Um, I haven't felt this good in so long. Um, it apparently what you eat can affect how you feel. So imagine that. Um, my suggestion is for at least the problem I had, which was a GI problem, and being prescribed um, expensive, bad side effect medication, maybe send your patient to the dietitian, a nutritionalist, somebody like that first. So, um, I canceled my follow up with the lack of compassion, bedside manner, and asshole GI specialist. I canceled that because I'm not going to pay money just to tell him he was wrong. I typed it in my little message because you can do it all online now. But I am going to go to my primary physician because she needs to be aware for other people that might come to her with the same symptoms. And so that was going on. Every single day, though, I was worried that this is going to be the day that it all goes back to how it was, and it was just going to be a false positive thing, and it hasn't, and so I'm feeling better. And I was like gonna do a live and everything. My mom was out of town, and I know you guys just really want to hear about my health problems, but I get these things in my cornea and abrasions in my cornea, recurrent corneal erosion, and they asked if I ever get any cold sores or anything, which I do occasionally around my nose, but this kind of freaked me out. They put me on antivirals because apparently, while you're touching your face and stuff, people touch their eyes and you can get herpes infection on your corneas, and they have flare-ups. And I've been there 4 times with the same problem, and so I thought that was kind of disgusting to think about, but at the same time a little fascinating. So you have to treat it as the flare-up at ASAP before you have permanent scarring and stuff on your corneas, and then you can't see. It's very painful. It's just like having an eyelash stuck to your cornea, and it never goes away. That's what it feels like, and so I had to get this special protective contact lens on my eye, and it felt so good. And these antiviral medication all day and eye drops so it doesn't get infected. And so I'm like, great, here's just one more thing I need to worry about. And but no, I wasn't really gone because of bad things. I mean, I was really affected by that doctor, and I had to get in the mindset that somebody discriminating against me because I have a psychiatric disorder is not my problem. It's their problem, and they do need to be made aware of it. So, I mean, it was just weird to watch that video, what they did. So, also, this has become another one of my cognitive behavioral therapy things. My eyes go by it throughout the day, and I write messages to myself on here just to remind myself that you're okay. I'm okay. You got this. I like that phrase, to just get it down to 3 words. You got this, But the latest one is, this is easy for you, because I have all these favorite symbols that make me feel good when I think of them. Peace and yin yang and the cross. Because for me, out of sight, out of mind. And that goes with my, so I got this thing floating around in my eye. Self-esteem. I don't know I have it until I see something or remind myself in some way that I have it, and this is easy for you. I know that I can go into any situation and read a dog and how a person's body language is making a dog do this behavior. It's easy for me. It has always been easy for me. Uh, because reading people, it is so difficult. And reading dogs is easy, but I get nervous about the social part, anxiety. And I have now a format of how do you initiate a conversation with someone that you're the person in charge, like, of how things go. They're looking to you, and so the first thing I always say is, "So, how things going this week?" Exact same words, every client, every time. But it it's casual, it's easy to remember, and it's an open-ended question where they can just talk about whatever, because sometimes it's not about their dog, and that it's important information, though, about how their life might be affecting their training with their dog, so, and I'm kind of a captive audience, so the nurse in me kind of comes out a little bit too, and people sometimes tell me things that are just like way off the meter as far as dog training goes. I need a tissue. I have to put so many eye drops in that it makes me tear up, and sometimes from the you can tell it's this eye, the cat. At the end of the day, it's kind of dried and itchy. Anyway, the tearing gives me a runny nose. Also, I will point out that my hair was way too long, and it starts to get painful from my neuralgia, which is nerve pain. And my mom cut it for me. So, we need to fix that up tomorrow. And my hair's messed up from colors, but I'm putting more pink in. I love it pink. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to talk about. I'm not going to talk very long. I can talk about how I handle situations with clients. Like, I'm always nervous about the first time I see someone and their dog, because I try to get a mental image and be as prepared as I can, but I'm no longer surprised. It can be way off, I recently got one where someone has a puppy mill dog, and so I'm seeing this to a way extreme. The dog's under the bed, won't come out, it's snapping, and but I got there. In actuality, the lady was able to pick up the dog and hold the dog in her lap. I mean, the dog was obviously tense. It's just there was some weird things that only puppy mill dogs do, and she wants me to come once a week to give her reminders and go over their progress, and because a lot of what she was doing, she unknowingly it was the wrong thing, and she's like, I didn't know that, I need to write some of this down. And so she wants me to come out once a week to just see the progress, what to do now, can we change it up now, can we go further now. um, if you don't know, puppy mill dogs are, it's slow going. Um, those dogs don't, their feet never hit solid ground, grass, just wire cages. They drink water from a rabbit bottle. So, she didn't know she had a puppy mill dog. She was told it was just shy, and then she found out later. Anyway, so when I got there, I was pleasantly surprised. Um, and I really have just like a few things that I ask people. I have a questionnaire that does a lot of the talk for me. So, my advice is if you can get all the information that you can written before an interaction, it helps so much. It it's so you don't have to be sitting there for a lengthy time getting just baseline information, and you can get an idea of what's important. For some people want, a robot dog. I don't like robot dogs. I don't want a dog that's going to be blindly obedient. I want a dog that thinks and enjoys working with me. um, but, some people want their dog to walk right in the heel position. They like their dog to look sharp and neat, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's people just like, as long as he doesn't drag me down the street, that's what I'm looking for. So it's good to know what they're looking for beforehand. And then when I get in to the house, I'm like, hi, my name's Megan. And I do, even though they've already seen this in writing, because I have a handout about myself and my experience, I say verbally is a little bit about myself. I've been doing this for, I've worked with so many breeds because I work, you know, animal shelter, trained dogs there. I'm evaluator for, I got it redone. So, evaluator for AKC's Canine Good Citizens. And that always sounds really impressive because I am not I don't have a degree in dog training. I didn't go through a program. Um, I did learn dog training, and then I taught dog training through the animal shelter, and of my own accord to groups and individual dogs and shelter dogs, so they were more adoptable, and my dogs, and I have some tricks and stuff that are my own signature. And if you want to know, at one smart dog one smart dog at Seamus214. Now Seamus is spelled Seamus on Facebook. It's One Smart Dog in Trenton, Missouri, is where it is located. Because there is more than one smart dog training, I didn't realize how common a name it was. And I do have reviews now. Good reviews, pictures, and what was I gonna say? Reviews, and my satisfaction surveys are coming in really good. So, and I get little word of mouth on Facebook here and there. So, I'm very happy with myself. Um, as as far as that goes, I get about as many clients as I care to have, and I have two Sundays and Tuesdays off. Tuesdays for appointments and things, and I definitely only, if it's like way far away, like the puppy mill dog is an hour away. I live in a rural area, so that's not unusual. Um, I get they pay me mileage and the fee. Um, so that is a day, because I'm going to spend 3 hours geared towards this one person and dog. I don't want to do anything else all day. And um, if they're in town, I'll do 2 a day. But I always put them in the afternoon because my circadian rhythm is circadian. I always pronounce it wrong. I'm aware of it, but I don't care. um, is later. I am a late riser. I have always been a late to bed, late to get up, not good in the mornings person since I was a child, infant. And and also it is in this weather the warmest time of the day. I don't have a big facility. I do occasionally use our house for things that if we need to walk, I kind of strategically place the walking training um, like the warmest time of the day, but um, like today it's exceptionally cold, so we're gonna work on this and this, and if it's a small dog, we can do that inside. Um, but I have someone who has 2 huskies. They're cold weather dogs. The only people complaining, or the only ones complaining, are me and the owner. the the huskies don't care what that it's cold. But usually what happened, well, usually, like I've had this for years. It's been over a year. Last year the jobs were dried up in the winter because of, I thought, the weather, but this year it hasn't. Um, about the same as I was. I was busier in the spring and summer, but I still have clients. And the bonus of it all, doing well, um, and me knowing I'm doing well, I mean, that's really a good boost for my self esteem and everything. But what feels really good is being able to get revenge on someone else just by doing what you do well. Do well and live. And I mean, in the kind of the hippie kind of, like um the hold on, I gotta find it. Karma and all that. For me, it's literal because I literally they the whole horrible thing that I went through with the animal shelter, the harassment and stuff. Um, they did uh, dog training there, but we live in a small area, and people they don't do it anymore because I'm doing it. I go to these people. I go to their homes and um, we work there. They don't have to put on shoes. They can. They don't have to worry about what they look like, or you know, the kids can be in the house, and um, so um, I'm stealing their work now. It makes me feel a little bad that the money they made went to the animals, but I earn every cent I make. In fact, I should be charging more, but I don't because I want people to get more out of their relationship with their dog. And I do provide a discount for seniors and veterans, and payment plan. They don't have to pay me up front, and I'm just really easy about, oh, something came up, we can't do tomorrow, can we move it? I'm really easy like that. So, but sometimes knowing that I got something from them and was able to take it with me to better my life and other people's. That's, you know, they shouldn't have tried to do what they tried to do. Excuse me. The whole thing blew up in their faces. Anytime you try to hide and do something behind someone's back, it's just gonna blow up in your face. Um, uh, anyway, how has bipolar wise? I mentioned that the anxiety is definitely less since my diet changed. Um, uh, my diet has changed. I got rid of gluten. I know that's a fad and blah, 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 but my body has changed. I'm literally, like, measurably, it has changed. I'm not kidding. It functions like, normal people. So, and I add some flaxseed oil, which is good. Ground. It's really good for you. And probiotic. I really like they're expensive though. Activia, it's a liquid in a little tiny shot thing. It's good to have when you're in a hurry. And I hate yogurt. I hate eating yogurt. I hate the texture. It's just disgusting. I'll get the little Activia yogurt cup. Um, they're small and they have probiotics. And there's something about prebiotics that I haven't gotten into yet, but pear, I haven't found pear juice yet. I probably won't where I live. But anyway, um, I'm just able to use natural measures to where doctors were prescribing expensive, horrible side effects medications. Um, so that dread and anxiety is gone, and I still have some anxiety my first visit of a new client, and I will take one or half of my Xanax. I really don't seem to need it, and I've needed it lately, about once a day, a couple times, because I have been having some irritability, um, which is really weird for me because I think it just might be natural irritability and not mixed episode irritability, because usually when I have irritability with a mixed in my bipolar is to blame. I'm really tense and scattered and um, just every piece of input is too much and it lasts a long time. It's like all day. Whereas now I just have a few moments, like I'm trying to watch something and pay attention to it and the dog starts barking. So I think it's normal life for the most part, moments of irritability. But I did have a couple times where I needed to take it because I felt like I was gonna yell or something at somebody. Like it was just, I just needed a little help. Um, I, but I don't, I haven't needed to um, take it nearly as much as I used to. And I used to take two at bedtime, and some. If I take one during the day for the irritability, then I only take one at night, and I'm sleeping better, but I'm having more trouble getting up. That's the only difference as far as negative reaction um, that I've noticed. But I don't know. The dog wakes me up, and then I end up falling back asleep. And if I do that, I end up waking up at 1 p.m. So, um, um, oh, mood as far as high or low, depression, hypomania, maybe a little hypomania, maybe. I don't think so. I think it's just normal. I think that what my diet was doing to me affected my mood, and I've been used to being off for so long. I don't know what is normal for me. I mean, I've been feeling miserable physically for so long. My energy levels way up. but I'm sleeping great. I just um I just have and it's consistent. I've been in the same place for a consistent period of time, which is unusual for me. Um, so I think that my psychiatric nurse practitioner will be happy to hear that. Um, she's awesome. Um, but the only reason I agreed to see a nurse practitioner as a in place of my psychiatrist is because I will only see female psychiatrists, and mine decided to do something else. And then they had her, the nurse practitioner, and I had been pretty stable for years. Um, this year's been rough, but that's other stuff. But anyway, um, so that's why I was okay. If I'd been having like in the hospital and stuff, I don't know if I'd be comfortable with a nurse practitioner. Starting to flush. And the GI nurse practitioner that I saw, forget him. I don't think he knew anything about what he was talking. He barely talked. He didn't know what he was doing. So I have this kind of, I don't know how I feel about nurse practitioners. Like outside of well checks and stuff. I got my booster for COVID. So, I'm sorry, but did I explain to you before that when I talk on here, my face flushes and I get a lot of heat in my face and it makes my nose tickle. And so I end up touching my nose. It's an anxiety thing, performance anxiety, even though I'm not really talking to you. I know you'll be watching this, so that's why I touch my nose, because the tip of it itches from the blood. It gets prickly. So, I don't know if other people get that or not. Sorry. Contact it sometimes floats around. That is the update. And that is why I have not been on here. I plan on doing a more thorough, a more focused, not rambling blog kind of thing, vlog, more focused bipolar or anxiety video. I just wanted to catch you up to speed, let you know I haven't dropped off the radar. Things are good. I just have a lot of stupid stuff I have to get done. Like, I had a CT scan from the stupid doctors, and that cost me $800 and something. So I'm trying to get financial aid, and they want me to email them copies of all of this paperwork. And some email I need to send a client, stuff like that. I have to get that done tomorrow, but I've been having a really hard time getting anything done because I started watching these Holocaust testimonies. They were recorded in the 90s, and these people are getting older, and even then, and they would no longer be there to tell their stories. So they went all over other countries, different languages, um, and they start from their pre-war life, like what their grandparents were like, how, were they religious, were they, it they're all so different, and that yet they all have the same similar experiences. um it I it's I want to say that it's morbid fascination, or there's another word, um but I think primarily it's important for us to hear what they have to say, because um, it's interesting, because when they start talking, and it's like they're just kind of telling you for rote things they saw, experienced, and stuff. Like maybe this is like the 50th time they've said it. But then there's always this point where they hit something that really affected them, and they're talking at this camera, and they get very emotional, and you can tell like they maybe were trying to keep their cool, and in it. So I think it's very important. But YouTube's algorithm brought up nurses' testimony, no, depositions on malpractice suits. And I've been a little obsessed watching this, but I thought there was something wrong with me. And I told my mom about them. And I thought she'd watch part of one and go, oh, yeah, that's really interesting. That's all that's been on our TV for at least 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So they don't seem to end. And they can be 2 hours long, they can be 4 hours long. But anyway, dog training and that's, oh, and Harry Potter, of course. 20th anniversary. Yeah, I had to get Celine TV so I could watch the Hogwarts house tournament. And I am on the official fan club, participating in the Hufflepuff house trivia. So the final is January 1st on TBS, but I had to get Celine TV for a month. I'm going to get rid of it as soon as I'm done. Okay, so that's it. I could talk forever about nothing, and I don't want to do that to you. So, good night. I'm going to go get ready for bed and try to get some stuff done tomorrow and get a focused video on here for you. Bye.